Welcome to this episode of Innovation and Ideas, leveraging what other industries are doing to help your business. This segment will talk about travel, food, entertainment, and books. I'm Kim D. Snyder, owner of Online Marketing in a Box, and the first area is travel. Southwest Airlines requested help from their union to lower wages. Otherwise, they said, if we can't lower wages from the union workers, we're going to have to start laying off everybody. Interesting tactics. So is there something there that you can do if you have a union, but can you do suppliers or vendors? Can you get them together to lower some prices, terms, just more in your favor? So see how you can leverage that one. United Airlines has figured out that remote working is here to stay. So we don't know how long it's going to stay. Some companies have already said it's going to be a permanent fixture. What United has said is they're going to partner with this company called Peerspace, which is kind of like the Airbnb of commercial spaces. And they're going to coordinate in-person meetings. And so, if you want to get a project team or a leadership team together, they say, great, we'll put that together with you. We'll fly your team together to meet at a Peerspace location. So I like that idea. That's kind of cool. So could you package something like that? Could you put a package together? Rental cars. So rental cars are being used by Amazon to help deliver because they have so many things to deliver and they needed vehicles. Would it be cool if actually the taxis got those cars as well, either rent them or bought them? Because we know taxis are gross, which is one of the reasons that, Uber and Lyft were able to wedge their way in. So, again, start looking at your competitors or some of your suppliers to see if you can purchase or rent from them because you need additional equipment. So if you need cars or vehicles to deliver your items, go look at rental cars and see if you can actually purchase them or do a long-term rental, and that would be a win-win for you. Okay, food. Food and restaurants I love the fact that they are innovating because they have to. So some of the things are, as much as people are eating out, they're still eating in and they're doing a lot of cooking and going back to the more, traditional ways, growing their own vegetables and canning. In fact, so many people are canning that they're running out of canning jars. So I did this recently and I made homemade pickles. So I bought store-bought pickles, we ate them, and then I used those jars. So if you need to recycle existing goods to do that, go ahead and do that rather than buying new. Restaurants are also running out of takeout containers because a lot of people are doing takeout that they are running out of those containers. Now, there's been a lot of innovation in the containers to keep food warm or keep it hot and cold in the same containers, or so it doesn't get soggy, or so it reheats well, but they're running out of containers. There's a new restaurant in Las Vegas that opened that it's only doing takeout only. They don't even have a storefront. So again, look at these ideas and see how you can leverage them for your business. Kentucky Fried Chicken, or KFC, is doing touchless takeout, where they have a window in the store, they open up the door, they put it in this holding area, and then the person on the other side opens up the door, takes the food. Again, how do you use this in your organization? McDonald's, this is not totally related to the pandemic, but it is. I think it's kind of interesting. McDonald's can't keep their ice creams working, and it's such an issue. Apparently people love their ice cream and their sundaes, and it's such an issue that somebody has created a website that specifies which machines are working and which ones aren't. So this is, I guess, not the best way to go viral. I mean, is that horrible? You have to have a website to let people know which restaurants are working. And so, McDonald's folks, you should be looking at that and actually fixing the problem, because you're losing customers and you're going to leave a window for one of the other fast foods to start, getting in. They're going to start advertising, or maybe they should start advertising, hey, our machines work. We have ice cream 100% of the time. So, if you're not doing something for your customers, you're leaving a window for somebody else to sneak in, and you don't want to leave that window at all. An update from February, when Panera mentioned they were doing this coffee club or membership thing. Well, it's actually working. They have reported that, subscription members come in 40% more than their non-subscribing counterparts. And not only that, the frequency of their visits jump up 200%. So can you create a membership or a club for your customers to come in that is going to be a win-win for both of you? Related to drinks, alcohol delivery is here to stay. That's what Ohio is reporting, and Vegas, we have it, and I don't know if it's a permanent thing, but I don't see why not, because not only is alcohol here to stay, but Texas Roadhouse announced recently that they are keeping their, steaks to go option going as well. Even though they're in restaurants, sales are doing well, they want to keep that as a permanent offering. Telluride is converting gondola cars into dining cabins for the winter, and I think we saw this similar story in New York. They were taking old train cars or something and putting them outside, so they're going to be ready for the winter. So again, start looking at alternate uses of storage. I'm in California this week, and they have tents out everywhere as additional places to sit because they're only at 50%. And so people are getting creative. And so, maybe you extend your hours and maybe lunch, instead of goes from 11 to 2, maybe you open at 10 so you can do early pickup for people, or they can start getting in there early to eat. So there's that. The last thing related to restaurants is that a Wisconsin restaurant installs a virus-killing light, so they don't have to clean as much. So the lights will actually kill 99.9% of the bacteria. So, there's some different innovation that can be used across all industries, and I've heard of some other lighting companies doing that. In the entertainment, we've got the movies and the books. So the first thing is that one of the movies have postponed their opening until next year because they want to open in a big movie theater. They want that big splash opening. And so a movie chain is going to close because of that. They're going to close until that movie opens then. So they're going to cut down on all their expenses. It means they'll probably only open up a few of the stores. I don't know how they're going to handle their labor, but interesting approach. The other news in the theater entertainment area is that AMC Theaters is allowing you to rent out a theater for $99. How cool is that? So they're like, hey, instead of sitting at home, why don't you get a bunch of your friends and come sit and watch a movie in a big theater? So I think that's cool, and then they get the revenue from all the food, the snacks. Last piece I have for this segment is books. A lot of people have been busy over the last 6 months or so of the pandemic, and so get ready to start seeing all those books coming, being released in Q1 and Q2 of 2020. So if you haven't done so, make sure you get your book out so that you can be an authority in your market space. So please subscribe, and subscribe to the channel so you can see future videos. Thanks, and have a great day.